Hey, what's going on, guys? This is me, Parksy here, your coach of the Armada, who's bringing it back to smash it. Today here for TBF Season 1, Week number 1, where we are going to be facing off against none other than my good friend, Mike. Make sure to go check out his team builder on his channel because you definitely want to be seeing both sides of this incredible matchup. But he's got a very scary team. Team should have appeared to your top right. He's got a team of Mega Aggron, Mew, Entei, which is his Z user, his Super Z user, Silvally, Galvantula, Gallade, Leafeon, Salamence, which is his attacking Z user, Blastoise, Forges, Mandibuzz, and Stunfisk. Big Z means Super Z, small Z means attacking Z, if you guys are ever going to be querying about that in the future. But he's got a very scary team, as I mentioned previously. I can't help but notice that he, for some reason, picks Super Z Entei, which, if I were him, I definitely would have picked Super Z Mew. But I mean, you can do you. He was also in charge of the schedule, so I mean, I'm just looking at Super Z Entei, and it makes no sense. And then you look at my team, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I know why. I know, like, I'm his week 1 opponent, and he picked Super Z Entei. I can see that where this is going. So we're definitely going to have to be scared of not only a sunny day Entei, but of grass in EMC. And as you're going to see, I do plan on that being his Z user. Also, some other things to note about his team is that Mew is a super huge threat versus my team. I do think it's. I mean, if it's specially defensive, it can pretty much wall out the entirety of my team, which is kind of scary. But I mean, you have to take some risks. If he can bring so many sets, as I said, he can bring specially defensive as like a stall breaker set. He can have taunt, he can have rocks, he can have defog, he can obviously have reliable recovery. He can be bulk up 3 attacks, which is what Jingus bought versus me in our mock battle before I hacked him, and he left. And I had to go and revise anyway. So, but that can also be a set. He can run Choice Scarf, he can run Nasty Plot, he can run Sword Stance. Did I say Choice Scarf? I believe I did. But just Mew's such a versatile Pokemon, and I really just, I feel like it should come this game, just because Mew's scary versus everyone, and definitely versus my team, Mew can be a very scary Pokemon. Of course, Mega Aggron's going to be very hard to break through with my team because like I've used it in the WBA Season 5, it's just such a reliable wall. But a few things to talk about his team, a few issues. Firstly, he has got 3 base 100s in Entei, Salamence, and in Mew. So that's his like main offensive core. It's all base 100. So I like it how people make fun of my speed tiers, and then yeah. But he's got 3 base 100s. So that means that my Pokemon like Rapidash, Shwoobat, and Ribombee, if I decide to bring any of those 3, I can outspeed the entirety of all 3 of his base 100s. His fastest Pokemon is Galvantula, which is a mere 109 speed. So that's going to be pretty good for my team, because against Swoobat and Ribombee can outspeed that, so I can either run Modest Natures or I can run a lot of bulk on my Pokemon depending. So you're going to see that I do, in fact, abuse the fact that he hasn't got a Pokemon that can that's really fast. He also has 2 base 95s in Silvally and Leafeon, so that means that he's got almost half his team around that base 100 area. He's got Leafeon, Silvally, Entei, Mew, and Salamence, and of course he has got a very scary defensive core in Forges and Mandibuzz. It's going to be very hard to break through. Unfortunately, however, I feel like I have got the mixed defensive threats that can't break through both those Pokemon. He has got 3 Stealth Rockers and Mega Aggron, Mew, and Stunfisk. Stunfisk, I highly doubt is coming this game. I have 2 Waters, an Ice type, and Nidoking. Lots of Pokemon that can just break through Stunfisk, so I really just don't think it's coming. Mega Aggron is most likely going to be coming as his Stealth Rock setter. There's also a few Pokemon that can maybe come, like Silvally, Galvantula, and Gallade, but I feel like the team that he's going to bring is Mega Aggron, Mew, Entei, Salamence, Florges, Galvantula, and maybe the last one's going to be Mandibuzz. I feel like that's going to be his team. But without further ado, let's get into what we have to bring versus Mike. So the first Pokemon I decided to bring was Yukapara, the Mega Blastoise with the Rapid Spin, 3 attacks, max special attack, because we can. There's no real reason not to be running a lot of speed on this Pokemon. Because he obviously will be running his Gallade to outspeed my Mega Blastoise, and If not, then I mean I can outspeed Bulky Glade. But Mega Blastoise is great because it can really break through his team. If he doesn't bring Florges, then I can just spam my boosted moves, so that's going to be quite important. I've got the Mega Launcher, so I can use Dark Pulse Mega Launcher boosted to deal off some nice damage. Leafeon does not take 2 Ice Beams, and I can Scald the Mega Aggron if it does want to come in. Dark Pulse can 2 a KO a Mew, so that's going to be also something very nice to take into consideration. We can take a Flying EMZ from Mega Salamence and also a Power Herb Solar Beam from an Entei, so that's going to be super nice. Next up, we've got Nidoking for 3 attacks with Stealth Rock. We've got Earth Power, Poison Jab, Ice Beam with the mild nature, I believe. Yes, not mild nature. Now, this is going to look like a pretty weird set because obviously I'm max special attack invested. Why would I not run Sludge Wave? But the thing is, Florges with Calm Mind, Synthesis, Moonblast, and Psychic can definitely break through my team, so that's something that I was really scared about. And if he can set up 2 Calm Minds with the Florges, then that means that my Sludge Wave cannot do over 50%, and so that means that he can essentially stall out the entirety of my team. So with Poison Jab, that means that at the very minimum I will be doing 75% to that max HP 252 bold Florges. I can't really see him running much special attack investment due to the fact that Florges has like over a base 150 special defense. So we just got that. We've got Earth Power because it can definitely chip down the Mega Aggron. It does a minimum 78%, so that's going to be nice. And then we've got Ice Beam, of course, for the Salamence, which is a huge threat versus my team. For the Mandibuzz, that might want to try and switch in versus my Nidoking, especially because the Mandibuzz Florges Core, again, is really scary. He can always run something like Silvally Grind to potentially coming into my Nidoking, but again, Ice Beam's going to be quite scary against that. I'm not bringing Skarmory in this game, as you're going to see a bit later. And also Blissey, I can't afford to run Stealth Rocks on it, so I decided, you know what, Life Orb Nidoking makes quite a bit of sense this game. It's pretty good at outspeeding his team. We've got enough space so we can outspeed Glade. So that's going to be pretty nice. But we've just got that Pokemon, so I can set up Stealth Rocks on the Switch, or I can just fire off some of my pretty strong stabs / Ice Beam. Next up, we've got Blissey with Ice Beam, Soft Boiled, Healing Wish, and Thunder Wave. This is probably the weirdest Blissey set you have ever seen. But essentially, this is going to take advantage of the fact that he might think that my Blissey is going to be set up fodder for that Salamence, and in fact, it is not. If I get Stealth Rocks up, I will be able to knock out that Salamence with the Ice Beam, assuming it is not Yachi Berry. I can also use Soft Boiled, and I can use Thunder Wave to wear down some of his more offensive Pokemon like Mew, Entei, and Salamence. And sure, Mew does get synchronized, so it will be able to paralyze my Blissey, but I've got Natural Cure, so if I swap out, then that means that I will not be paralyzed any longer, and also have Healing Wish because that's going to be very nice to have in the back. I can Healing Wish up something like my Nidoking, my Mega Blastoise, or as I'm going to show you later, some other of my offensive threats. But next up, I've got Ribombee. As I said previously, my speed tiers are just versus me. Unfortunately, I don't have Virizion. I've got Breloom, so this week. And next week, I'll have Virizion versus Jingus, so that means that my Breloom can't really outspeed much of his team. But we've got Ribombee. With this speed, I outspeed the entirety of his team, assuming no Choice Scarfers. I outspeed a max speed Timid Galvantula by 1 point. It reaches 346, and I reached 347, so that's going to be nice. We've got Sticky Web, Moonblast, Bug Buzz, and Tailwind. As I said previously, my Salamence sensors are kind of non-existent because if he runs Dragon Dance, Flying EMC, Dragon Claw / Outrage, and Fire Blast, he can definitely break through my team. So I'm going to be setting up that Tailwind because I can sweep potentially with my Kyurem Black in the late game with a Tailwind boost, because some of his team, like the Mandibuzz, like the Salamence, can levitate above those sticky webs, so that's going to be quite crucial to just get up that Tailwind and ensure they can outspeed. And next up, we have got Kyurem Black with Focus Blast, Fusion Bolt, Ice Beam, and Iron Head. This allows me to 2 KO Florges after Stealth Rocks, and it also allows me to deal at the very minimum about 80% with the Fighting EMZ Focus Blast to Kyurem. So if I can get off a Scald with my Mega Blastoise in the Kyurem, or really just any chip damage, then that means they can be definitely in range of my Fighting EMZ from my Kyurem Black. Of course, I do have some other things like I have. Yeah, okay. I kind of I was like, wait, did I put down Focus Blast twice? But no, I've got Fusion Bolt. Fusion Bolt is be it can will definitely be able to 2 KO Blastoise, and it can also 2 KO the Mandibuzz, which is going to be very nice. And finally, on the team, we have got Mr. 100 Ways, the Quagsire, with Ice Beam, Recover, Earthquake, and Toxic. This Pokemon is going to be my main response to the Salamence because, of course, Unaware does not care about Moxie Boosts or about Dragon Dances. So that's going to be super nice. We've got Ice Beam because we do deal about 60% minimum to a Salamence with no HP investments. So that's going to be quite crucial. We can also Toxic down some of this team. For example, if he's running a Florges without aromatherapy or heal bell, which I know that who was it? Jeremiah did in the DWBA season 5 when I was going against him. If he doesn't run a cleric version of Florges, and I can definitely break through it, especially if it is that calm mindset, like I said previously. And also, it just allows me to take hits from the Galvantula Energy Ball, and it also allows me to respond to the Entei because at the very least I can get off over half chip damage with the Earthquake. So it's going to be very nice, especially because I am pretty darn sure that he is going to be bringing the Z Sunny Day slash the Grassinium Z Entei versus my team, because you just don't like Entei's just not a Zmon. You run Entei Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Life Orb, Expert Bell, Charcoal, something along those lines. Z Entei just really does not make sense, just apart from my team, which you can definitely run as the Z Sunny Day, especially because I'm gonna have sticky webs. Well, I do have sticky webs, and I am bringing them, so he might think that I'm going to be bringing sticky webs, which would be right to think, and then he can set up his Z Sunny Day and try and sweep my team. So we got the Rindo Berry on for that. Yeah, again, I just can't see why I didn't pick Z-Mew, because even though you can run Mew defensively, I feel like that'll definitely help it out offensively a lot more with setup and agility, nasty plot and sword stance. Watch him drop ZNT for Mew in like a week's time. I'm calling it right now. But thanks guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Make sure to check out Mike's side, and also make sure to check out the battle tomorrow. It will be post-com. I believe we're both doing post-coms because we're very busy people. Thanks guys for watching this video. I have to revise now, so see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.